One of the most asked questions I get from students is, how do I stay motivated to study and not procrastinate? If that sounds like a question you have as well, then this video is for you. I am Emma Alam, the world memory champion, world speed reading champion, and holder of 2 Guinness World Records in memory. And I was able to complete the studying worth 2 years in just 2 months with good grades. So you can say I know a thing or two about studying fast and remembering better. And if you're watching this, you're probably struggling with one or more of these 2 problems: not feeling motivated to study or just flat out procrastinating. Don't worry, we've all been there, especially that last one. Because who hasn't spent an entire afternoon watching YouTube videos instead of opening their textbook? So today I'm here to help you break out of that cycle and actually get stuff done. Here's what we will be covering. So we will first look at why you don't feel motivated because your brain is confused and how you can use this framework to fix that. And then we're going to see how the way you start your day creates a domino effect and how you can fix it. Then we will look into how you can feel more motivated by taking off the mental burden and looking at things differently. And last but not least, we will see how giving an incentive allows you to double your output. And I'll put timestamps so that you can skip ahead to the parts that you are interested in most. Let's talk motivation, or the lack of it. We all know that feeling when your study materials are sitting there staring at you and you're just thinking, why bother? But here's the thing, motivation isn't some magical force that appears out of nowhere. It's more like going to the gym. You don't wait until you're in shape to start working out, right? You get moving and the results follow. So let's see easy ways for you to get moving even if you don't feel motivated. Usually, the reason you don't feel like studying is because it's not clear to you what you need to do, which is why it's helpful to use the what, why, and when framework. So to do this, take a piece of paper and write down at the start of every week or every day at night before falling asleep the following things. First up is the what. This is where you write down exactly what you need to study. So jot down the topics or chapters you want to cover that day or that week. But here's the catch. Keep it realistic. Don't overload yourself with a ton of stuff. You can think about it like packing for a trip. You wouldn't keep everything in that suitcase, right? You'll just keep what you need for that trip. So only put down the tasks or the topics that you know you need to study in that one day and not everything. So stick to things you can actually get done in a week because it's all about making progress, not overwhelming yourself. Next is the why. This one is really important because it gives you a reason to study. Think about why you need to learn this stuff. Maybe you want to understand how the world works, like with physics, or you're dreaming of a career in finance, accounting, or maybe you just want to make your parents proud. Whatever your why is, write it down. When you know why you're doing something, it's easier to stay focused. It's kind of like in Mission Impossible, Tom Cruise always knows his mission and why it's so important, and that is what keeps him going. Your why is like your own mission. It gives your studying a purpose and it gives you a reason to keep going even when things feel hard. Finally, let's talk about the when. This is all about scheduling. So pick a time to study and then stick to it. Because when you know exactly when you're going to hit the books, your brain can get ready ahead of time. It's like setting an alarm clock for your brain. Once it's set, your brain will just follow the plan without you having to push it. Because you see, our brains are kind of lazy. They don't like making decisions over and over again. So if you tell your brain ahead of time, hey, we're studying at 4 p.m., it'll just do it without any questions asked. Have you ever noticed how your whole day can go downhill just because of how it started? Like you wake up, you grab your phone, and before you know it, you've spent an hour scrolling through Instagram or TikTok. It might seem harmless, but that first hour of your day is actually really important, especially if you want to stay motivated throughout the day. Let me explain why. So here's the science behind it. So when you wake up, your brain is in what's called theta brainwaves. Think of it as your brain being in a chill, half-awake state, kind of like how you feel when you're slowly waking up from a good dream. Normally, you're supposed to transition from theta to alpha waves, where you're awake but still relaxed, and then after about 30 minutes, you move into beta waves, which is when you're fully alert and awake and ready to start the day. What happens when you grab your phone first thing in the morning? Your brain skips all of those relaxing waves and jumps straight into beta. It's like going from 0 to 100 really quick. Sure, you'll feel more awake, but you will also feel more stressed because your brain didn't get that natural wake up time. And here's why this matters. When you start your day feeling stressed, that feeling sticks with you. And when you're stressed, it's harder to focus. When you can't focus, you lose motivation. It's like a domino effect. One bad start can mess up your whole day. So what's the solution? Starting your day with something that is calm and soothing. You can try meditating, you can try stretching, or even just sitting quietly with your thoughts. Give your brain a chance to wake up naturally. No screens, no stress, for just 30 minutes. Think of it as giving your brain a warm-up before the big game. And when you do this, you're setting the tone for a focused and motivated day. And if you're thinking, no, meditation is not for me, I cannot sit still for that long, then you can try something else. You can try journaling, maybe you can listen to some chill music, or even just taking a few deep breaths. The key is to avoid jumping straight into the beta wave stress mode. Your brain will thank you for it, and you'll find it way easier to stay motivated for the rest of the day. You know that feeling when you're staring at your notes or textbook and nothing's making sense? It's like trying to read a foreign language. One of the biggest reasons we lose motivation is because we just don't understand what we're studying. And let's be real, if you don't get it, why would you want to keep going, right? But here's the thing. You don't have to figure it out all on your own. If you're stuck on a concept, don't just sit there feeling lost. You can jump onto YouTube and search for a video that explains that concept. There are so many creators out there who break things down in a way that's easier to understand and sometimes even fun. Or if you're more of a people person, reach out to a friend who gets it. Talking through with someone else can give you that aha moment, because sometimes all you need is to hear or see the information in a different way, because maybe you're a visual learner, so watching a video works better than reading, or maybe hearing someone explain it on a podcast does the trick. When you get that new angle, it's like the puzzle pieces start to fit together, and suddenly what seemed impossible becomes totally doable. So the next time you're feeling stuck, remember, you're not alone in this. There are so many resources out there to help you take the burden off and make studying easier. Studying is tough, and it is totally okay to not feel like doing it sometimes. You're asking your brain to take in a lot of information, so it helps to give yourself a little motivation boost. So set specific goals, like finishing 2 topics in a chapter, and then reward yourself when you hit them. It could be as simple as giving yourself a snack that you love, spending some time with your friends, taking a walk outside, or maybe even relaxing for a little bit. Rewards make the hard work feel worth it and keep you motivated to keep going. And I know these things might seem basic, but don't underestimate their power in changing how you feel about studying and boosting your motivation levels. Because sometimes the simplest things make the biggest difference. Now, if you're looking for more specific strategies to tackle procrastination, you can check out this video right here. It's helped many students better manage their time and get more done. And remember, just starting and just taking that first step can make you feel more motivated. And until next time, keep learning.